Here we are. We're back. Huey starting off hot with just dropping a fucking bottle cap like always.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at that.
Yeah. Season 4, episode 42.
It's like our third one in a row.
I know.
We haven't skipped any.
New year, new us. Not really.
So last week, after we recorded, I got tagged in a post randomly on Facebook by this guy that follows me. I'm going to butcher his last name, but it's Shane Sagers.
Sagers?
No, it's Sagers.
Sagers?
Yeah. He follows me on Instagram. I follow him. He follows the podcast. Sorry. Find the message. So he heard our last episode, and he tagged me in a picture of his griffin or wired hair pointing griffin.
Yeah.
And he said, I messaged back. I said, "Beautiful dog. I just be worried I wouldn't be able to keep up with their energy." He said, "Thank you. They have a great on-off switch, but recognizing that is something that most won't or can't do. If you have any more questions about them, let me know. I have been a long-time lab owner, HRC, AKC with Bench Labs, and this is my first pointer Griffon, and probably wouldn't go back. You guys put on a great show. I do miss your old intro, though." Meaning the old intro music on the podcast.
Yeah.
Keep up the good work. If you ever want to talk about Grand Lakers or need anything up in the Augusta area, let us know.
What was our old intro?
The little guitar harp thing.
Oh, yeah, that's gone from fucking
Ding!
Spotify.
Yeah, so.
Maybe I'll try and find like a nice instrumental guitar intro where we can feel like,
Like a mandolin or something.
yeah, or a banjo.
Right? Yeah, banjo's a little more fitting for us. Like the theme to Deliverance. But that was cool. Shout out from him. Shout out to him for reaching out.
Look at that reach we have in the state.
Right? I did a little stalking.
No way.
Yeah. I think he's a firefighter in Augusta.
So, I mean, does that just turn into Narcan distributor?
Yeah. Probably. But he does have some... he does have a Grand Laker, which is pretty sweet. But, so, that was cool.
Oh, fuck. Forgot what I made myself for a drink. Jesus.
What'd you mix?
Fucking Sailor Jerry's and Coke.
Really?
Yeah.
Haven't had one of those since college, right?
Pretty much. I did this to myself like 3 days ago, too. This is the best part. It's like
You were expecting tequila.
Yeah, either tequila, vodka, or whiskey. And then... fucking that rum.
Whoa! There goes high school.
Yeah. Like, fucking dorm rooms, 2005, Maine Maritime. Just blackout drunk on Captain Morgan.
Well, I remember ripping shots of Sailor Jerry because I thought shots are cool.
Yeah.
And, ugh.
We finished a 5th during a basketball game. That was terrible. We were spectators, not playing.
I figured as much.
But yeah, that wasn't a great life choice. But yeah, rum, I don't know. Rum is always... why is it... I guess it is like sweeter than most alcohols.
Sugary.
But like... It feels like everyone's got a bad rum story.
Yeah.
Most people have a bad tequila story, but that's because they drink shitty tequila.
I think that, I have a funny tequila story.
That's what I mean. Like, I think tequila gets a bad rap.
Yeah. I never really, I've had good tequila before, and it's not bad.
No.
it was, I forget whose wedding it was, but it was like one of the first weddings Mandy and I ever went to together. It was our aunt's wedding, and we were at this like function hall in Haverhill, Mass. Beautiful place.
Beautiful.
So Mandy and her dad were like, let's do a shot. We were standing at the bar. I was drinking Long Island iced teas all night, and enough to where they ran out of one of the parts of a Long Island iced tea, like one of the liquors that's in one. And so I switched back to beer. And then somebody's like, let's do shots. So we go to the bar, and Fred was like,
Jesus. Sorry.
Fred was like, 3 shots of tequila. And the bartender's like, all we have is Cuervo. I was like, ugh.
No. Negative.
That's brown tequila, by the way.
Yeah.
And this was before Mandy and I were married, so I was allowed to call Fred nothing but Mr. Levine at this point. And we all did the shot, and I remember I was like, fucking A, Fred. And he looked and he looked at me and I was like, what? I was like, oh, fuck, we're drunk. Who cares? But I was so fucking shit-faced. What else are you going to do at Haverhill at a wedding?
Nothing. Like, we went to... I don't know. I love, like, barn weddings and, like, outdoor weddings. And, like, even there's some, like, decent, like, venues.
Mm-hmm.
But we just went to a wedding that was at, like, this venue. And, like, the hall was cool. It was old as shit. Like, but, like, they had the wedding outside in a parking lot. But, like, there was these hedges around it. So you felt like you were outside. But I'm still looking through the trees into some fucking jackwagon's backyard. And fucking Jeremy down the street is fucking leaf blowing because it was November.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're literally 65 feet from the road, the 4-lane road you turned off of to come into this fucking place because you're in Mass. And it's like, I don't know. That's not my style.
I've only ever been to one wedding in a church, and that was Chad's.
I've been to a few in churches.
And that was a Catholic wedding. Fuck.
Yeah.
That was a calisthenics routine. Up, down, peace be with you. Like, whatever.
Yeah, I'm not a big religious wedding fan.
No.
I mean, she is a reverend.
Yeah, same thing.
Do ours. But, like...
That's the only time I've ever met that woman.
Really?
Yeah, mine was when she did at the rehearsal dinner. No, well, she came to our house once before to meet her before the wedding. And then at the wedding itself. That was it. Like the rehearsal and the wedding.
We did the woman that did ours, the only reason I really wanted her to do it was she did my grandfather's funeral.
Yeah.
And she was, like, cool with everything that happened during that. Like, it was not really a funeral. It was more of a ode to my grandfather.
Yeah.
And party. Like, speaking of, like, ripping shots in the parking lot of the church type of shit. Like, and she did it awesome. And I was like, fuck it. I have her do something that's fun. She was awesome.
I honestly don't remember her.
And that's kind of what I wanted in someone, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think about, like, all the times where it's like, I don't know. I understand, like, friends, you want a friend to, like, officiate. Like, you're an officiant.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like, being someone, after going to a ton of weddings where I'm not like super close, especially like family weddings.
Yeah.
Really is where this applies. Like friend weddings, it doesn't matter who's doing it. Like most of you know like the jokes and everything that come up. But like when it's like a family wedding and you're there and the officiant is a friend and like you're not that close, when it's like shit that just doesn't make any sense, you're like, well, whatever. Just fucking let's roll on this thing.
Yeah.
We don't need to sit out here and freeze our asses off. Fucking he's still leaf blowing. I can't hear fuck all that you say anyways. Like read the room.
I've only been to one of my cousins on my dad's side got married. That's the only family wedding I've ever been to. The other ones, they're either not married or I wasn't invited. Which I'm fine with too. I'm apparently the other night I got a text from my wife. She was at her parents' house and her cousin was there. We're all going to Aruba next March.
You're going to Aruba?
March 2026. We're going to an all-inclusive in Aruba.
Really?
Yeah, so Island Huey. It's going to be in full effect.
Did you Google Aruba fishing yet?
Yes.
Do you have a trip set up and planned?
Not yet. I got to figure out where we're going exactly on the island. But that was my thing. I was like, I mean, all inclusives are really cool if you just want to drink all day, but
yeah,
and lay by a pool. I'm gonna be bored after the first day. Like I can only drink non-alcoholic pina coladas so much before I go diabetic.
Yeah. Just fucking back on the wagon. Here he goes. Well, you know, honey, I'm just doing this for us.
Come out of retirement for the week, which I really don't. I don't want to do that either. But I think it'll be fun, regardless. We'll see what happens. What else is going on?
Well, I gotta throw together a 40th birthday party real fucking quick. Ugh.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
That's coming up like Monday.
next week from yesterday,
Yeah.
and then the weekend that she had planned just got canceled. So,
Yeah.
yeah, gotta do something. Shit.
What did she have planned? Going away with somebody?
Going to Boston with her sister.
Well,
But Instagram names really just have me for a loop sometimes. Like, I don't really normally read the accounts. Like, when we send memes and
Yeah.
shit back and forth, I don't necessarily read the account name.
Yeah.
I just click on the video. But I just got one sent to me from Ball. It's Ball Scratcher McQuacker 3.0.
so my real algorithm right now is filled with child predators getting the shit kicked out of them, videos of that, and funny Peloton usernames. Have you ever seen those videos
Yeah.
where it's like Phil McCracken,
Yeah.
good job?
Yeah.
But the funniest part about that is like how hard that dude had to work to get the fucking guy to say his name.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to, like, stand out. Or, like,
Yeah.
it's got to be, like, a milestone ride. Like, for it to, like, pop up. Or it's, like, a birthday or whatever.
But those Predator videos, I don't know if you've ever seen those. It's like this guy that started like this vigilante predator, like he baits predators and gets them into like finds them in a public place and then just slaps the like open hand slaps the shit out of them if they try to run away. Like one guy was trying to run away and another one of the dudes came out of an aisle in Walmart and fucking slammed into him with a shopping cart while the other one just punched him in the face. It's fucking wild.
I mean, I'm kind of here for it.
And then there's some where, like, they do it and they're like, all right, so this is what happened. The cops are here. You can either, you're going to jail.
Yeah.
And it's wild. But I, like, watched one of them, and now every other video is one of those.
So that's, it's been an interesting, like, I've noticed, so Trump saved TikTok.
Yeah, in, like, 24 hours.
17.
That's how long it was?
Yeah.
I got a kick out of, like, all the farewell videos.
Yeah.
People, sorry, I mean, this app's meant so much to me, and da-da-da-da-da. Never mind, I'm back.
Yeah. There was, and, like, part of me is like, okay, if I were, like, if you and I were like, all right, we're going all in on this podcast. I mean, clearly we have, you know, the success is just insurmountable.
Yeah.
Nationally known.
Yeah. Well, actually, globally.
Globally.
Internationally known.
International men of fame.
Yep.
For this fantastic podcast.
I mean, look at our studio.
But, yeah, it just keeps getting filled with my kid's shit. Because I had to clean the garage out for my wife's car to be able to park inside because it's fucking negative fucking 74 fucking degrees out in the middle of January. But, like, they haven't explored any other applications. Like, they built up a following on TikTok, and it's like, okay, but did you try and do that? Like, now that you're famous on TikTok, did you go to Instagram, Facebook, fucking wherever else and try and capitalize on this? Or did you just say, I got what I got here, and it's awesome?
The smart ones did.
Right. And, like, all these people at the end of the day, like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Like, my monetization, like, this is how I live. And I'm like, well, it's been like 4 years in the making that it was threatened to get shut down.
Maybe that's why it's so hard to hire people. They're all monetized on TikTok.
I mean,
maybe we need to shut down TikTok so we can get some people back in the workforce.
Most of the people that I see that are monetized on TikTok, I don't really want in the workforce. I think I sent the meme to you. It was like, nothing slaps like a blue-haired coffee.
Yes! Which is, there's so much truth to that.
I mean, they make a mean coffee.
There's like, it's... If I walk into a coffee place and it's a bunch of rednecks, I know what I'm going to get. It's black coffee.
Yeah.
But if I want a caramel latte macchiato with the fucking Mona Lisa carved into the foam, I'm going to fucking the hippie down on the corner.
You got to find that liberal arts degree to fucking make it for you.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with working at a coffee shop. A lot of great people worked at coffee shops.
Yeah.
It is a stepping stone.
Look at Friends.
Yeah.
That whole thing was a coffee shop. Like, I mean, not real life.
But yeah. So, we've got our 47th president.
Daddy's home.
So far, nothing's really gone on.
Hi.
Although, so do you know those memes that are like Mexican word of the day and it's like nacho? And it's like, it's Nacho's car.
Yeah.
I saw the one where it's like Mexican word of the day, hide.
Jesus Christ. The meme, the video going around where it's like you go to the Spanish version of the White House website and it's gone.
Just says go home.
It's like, what the fuck?
Like, what are we doing? Like, it's so petty and like it's literally schoolyard like bullshit.
I just I don't know. It's wild. I think my favorite meme from the inauguration, actually, there's a couple.
George Bush.
George Bush.
Yeah.
Like, that's just...
He was on another planet. Good for him.
Yeah. And then when Theo Vaughn's chair collapses into Jake Paul's... or into Logan Paul's lap.
Yeah.
And the fact that Jake Paul, Logan Paul, Theo Vaughn, and Conor McGregor were all on the same bus.
Yeah.
To, like, for the... like, who's doing the logistics here? Come on.
A very smart person.
That's genius.
Yeah. And Theo Vaughn being like, hey, Connor, keep your hands off Logan's mom. I got myself a new OtterBox.
I was just noticing that. That's OtterBox?
Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, and they partnered with Fishy.
Yeah.
For a little cutthroat mountain trout fucking, you can't see it on the video, but it looks dope. It was on sale, and I broke my other one, and it was annoying me. So I was like, well, I'll go with that one. I haven't broken a phone in a while, so I went for a like less protective case than, like, I had the Commuter or the Defender.
I'm an OG OtterBox Defender guy.
Yeah, see, I didn't go with Defender. I had the Commuter.
Yeah.
Which still had like the butthole flap.
Yeah.
And then that finally broke off. And then that was like what I used to like hold my phone.
Yeah.
A lot. And then with it gone, I was irritated with it. So
yeah, it's a poor man's pop socket.
Yeah.
I completely spaced what I was just gonna say.
This cold weather's been nice. You know, we really needed it.
Yeah, it was.
It was a little too warm.
Although I'd rather have it now than in March.
It's been too far extended.
Well, I mean, it is January. This reminds me a little bit of our childhood.
I know.
When it was cold.
It
all
really
the time.
the part that I'm liking is it's really shut down the climate change people.
For a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't have much to say. They're too cold.
Guy came in today to the shop, and he was like, fucking cold outside. I was like, yep. He's like, I was just at Starbucks. There was a Democrat with his hands in his own pocket. Jesus Christ.
Was it fucking Tim Donnell? Fucking in the drive-thru, you fucking prick. I haven't stopped at Starbucks in a while. Maybe I'll stop tomorrow morning just to see if I can run into him again.
You did the story a while ago. It's like, if you know, you know.
Yeah.
Type of thing.
I'm going to run into him again. I can almost guarantee it. If I stop there tomorrow, I'll be behind him.
So, I do remember what I was going to say. Sunday, watched a little football. I was watching the Philly game.
Yeah. I was too. I was texting with our Philly fan of the month.
Aaron?
Yeah.
Aaron brought us.
Big Philly guy.
Big, huge Philly guy. But I actually texted him as well. His birds won me $140 on that safety.
Yeah.
Because I like doing the live drive props. And I did $5 on an anytime turnover safety. And then I did $5 on turnover on downs or safety. And so I won 70 each, $140. And I immediately spent it on flyfishfood.com buying fly tying materials.
Perfect. Yeah, we did a
it happened, and I was like,
I don't remember what game I made. I made a bunch of money, and then I bet a bunch, and then I did not win the second round of bets. It's kind of bullshit.
It happened, and there was like in a Philly, or I think it was L.A. who got the safety or whatever. But they said safety, and I was like, wait a second, I think I had that. So I opened up the app, and I was like, no shit, I won $140. And Mandy's like, how'd you win $140? I was like, that's safety. And he's like, what are you going to do with it? I said, I got a plan.
Oh.
What?
You know what fucked me was the missed field goal? Or no, the missed extra point. Both, so they missed 2 extra points.
Yeah.
if they had hit either one of those, I would have gone. I lost a plus 350 parlay.
Yeah.
And what was the other one I lost? Oh. And then I lost a this was the LA game. That one was I missed the over, which was bullshit. That game sucked.
Who'd Philly play? L.A., wasn't it?
No.
No?
LA and the Vikings played. Oh, no. I'm sorry. That was last weekend. Yes. They did play the Rams. I was looking at last weekend's lost bets, apparently.
I'm not going to bet this weekend.
Oh, yeah. No, it was this one. So, yeah. I missed the Philadelphia Eagles -7.
Yeah.
Which they would have been -7. Exactly.
Yeah.
And then the other one was I had them for an over of 28.5. And they finished at 28 because they missed a fucking extra point. That one, both of those cost me it was a total of $90. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
I don't bet a lot. And I just like doing the live drive props because it's instant gratification.
Yeah.
And I bet peanuts compared to some people. But so I'll do that.
I normally I normally try and get to a plus 10,000 parlay. So that's what I did in the Philly game was where I made my money was it was a $5 bonus bet for a plus 1,400 parlay, which Jalen Hurts getting hurt on one of the drives before I made this bet helped me because I picked his under.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So it was under 81.5, and then Saquon for plus 150 yards running. I was like, yeah, that's...
I did one same game parlay in the Buffalo game, and it was Derrick Henry over 100. It was pennies, but it didn't hit.
I'm a big parlay fan. I know it's just pissing money away, but it's well, if I can fucking lob together, I threw one together on the Ravens-Bills game.
Yeah.
That, honestly, wasn't that far off, except I picked the under, which was dumb, and I would have probably won it because if fucking Mark Andrews didn't fucking drop that goddamn...
Fuck the whole team.
Yeah. So I had I had a plus 11,250 for $10. That would have been a good hit. But yeah.
We'll see. I won't bet this weekend. I'll wait till I'll save my pennies for the Super Bowl.
Well, what's this weekend? Oh, divisional?
Yeah.
I'll bet the shit out of divisional rounds. You know what I like to do?
I say that. I'll probably end up
I like to go into college basketball every now and then, just grab 3 or 4 teams and just pick spreads.
Yeah.
Because they're all but if you get 6 of those together, you get up to pretty high on fucking point differential. Knowing nothing about college basketball,
Yeah.
It's a blast.
And that fly tying class starts a week from Sunday.
Ooh.
So I'll get to be Aaron's little helper.
Little Elf Huey.
Yeah.
What'd you come up with for what's your fly you want to tie?
I'm teaching the West Branch caddis
Okay.
dry fly, or you can tie it as a wet fly as well. So that's the one I'm teaching, and then he normally does the black ghost, pheasant tail, beadhead pheasant tail, and the Myers mini leech is what we did last year. So I guess I should probably talk to him. I know I'm doing the West Branch caddis, but I think I'll probably end up doing that. I think the second week is normally when he did that.
Yeah.
But it's just like he likes to do basic, simple flies that teach skills.
Yeah.
The Black Ghost is good because he normally does that first because that can teach thread control because you have to it's such a long shank,
Right.
in wrapping, and then counter wrapping with the floss and the tinsel and stuff definitely helps with that. So,
see, I think you should teach a class because I was looking at their classes the other day, and you should just teach just call it tactical tactical tying. And you just come in all black.
Yeah. Flip down. I'll paint my flip down magnifying glass black so they look like NVGs.
Yeah.
No. I don't think Jim will go for that.
I don't think Jim's a big tactical nymph guy.
No. Although they do have a box that says tactical jig nymphs.
I know. That's my favorite thing in there.
That's funny. There's this guy on YouTube I follow, Flyfish402, I think is his YouTube name.
Yeah.
And he does a bunch of shorts, YouTube shorts. And he's got some sick flies that he ties at.
I'm a big fan of YouTube shorts.
Yeah. I love them for fly tying videos. Because I know a lot of the skills involved.
Yeah.
So speed it up. I can see where the materials go and what sequence and so. But I just ordered a shitload of stuff. I ordered some perfect quills. Have you ever heard of those?
No.
But they're clear. These ones are clear, so you could do a thread underbody or something, and then wrap it with this. So he does one where it's an orange underbody. And then you wrap this perfect quill so it's a nymph, obviously, and it gives the orange comes through, and then he uses a bright orange bead with it's like a CDC collar, which you're gonna have a bunch of cool flies in your boxes this year.
I can't wait.
So I ordered some crazy neon color slotted beads from Firehole. Good quality tungsten beads. I ordered some just tungsten non-slotted beads for regular curved nymphs for doing midges and shit like that.
Yeah.
He does this one fly called the Hunchback Pheasant Tail, which is pretty cool. It's on a curved
on nymph. A curved nymph. Yeah.
It's pretty neat. But tying them I tied a bunch of hare's ears for.
Gotta get you. Heath has a fly we've named it the dump truck.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
I gotta get you that pattern. And just tie 150 of them.
This week,
that thing is fucking deadly.
This week I'm gonna be tying a bunch of West Branch caddis flies just so I can get hone my fucking
skilling.
Yeah, and I want to practice teaching it because I've never.
I'm telling you, you should record a video.
I'm gonna. I need to get some way to hold my camera, my phone, so I can.
Well, you have a laptop? Do you want a webcam just like that one?
Well, my laptop has a webcam on it.
Yeah, but is it detachable so you can move it wherever the fuck you want?
No, but my webcam doesn't have a USB. It's an iPod. It's an Air. It's one of those, but it only has USB-Cs.
Yeah, I have the converter.
Okay.
For my wife. And she doesn't use her camera right now. And I have a tripod similar to that one. And actually, you want a fucking setup. I could set you up with a fucking ring light. You could be a fucking total influencer. That's what I think about. Like, I'm like, oh, my office upstairs would be actually a perfect spot to tie in. Like,
Yeah.
with the light I have and like just everything I have up there. If I didn't use it for work and I actually had time to tie
Where I
flares.
have set up, it's pretty sweet. It's perfect. I just gotta hone it a little bit.
Yeah, that's what's nice. Like, well, and I would recommend the software we use to record and post our podcast. It's the player that we record and stream from. You can have multiple cameras, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then, so like you could record the video and then actually like edit it later at like times where you wanted like a front shot versus like an overhead.
Yeah.
Or you could just like do both. Like,
Yeah.
the one thing that I haven't figured out and like that some guys have done, and I just don't know how they do it, is like tie from like a chest point of view.
Yep.
Like almost just like put a GoPro on your chest, and then so like you can kind of like watch along.
Yeah. The camera, the way you've seen the Eldred setup, they have the
Yeah.
desk with the camera and then the TV behind them, so you can
Right.
look up at the TV.
But I'm saying like I would rather see it from the point of view
Yeah.
as me tying.
Yep.
So like
Yeah.
chest GoPro to fucking laptop streaming
Yep.
would be my. Oh fuck. Oh, I'm so sore.
Sorry.
So I have I've taken over. The soccer club.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I am now. And like so this goes into like, I was trying to like first year on the board, not ruffle too many feathers. I'm not real great at that anyways. I
Yeah.
spoke my mind pretty freely, but I didn't want to just like literally walk up to someone and be like, you are not doing what you've been doing because you suck at it. I was like, we'll let you go, do whatever.
Yeah.
Fucked up the jerseys. I got pissed. And I'm like, all right, fuck you. You're done. Like, I am fucking done with whatever the fuck you thought you were going to be doing. Like, I actually want to look up. This fucking company sends so many goddamn fucking emails. What the fuck? But so I kind of like held off on trying to take over the uniforms, and then I finally just decided, like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm just going to do it. And so it literally took me 25 minutes to email a company, ask them some questions.
Yeah.
They wanted to talk. So I said, sure, let's fucking talk. So then they called and they're like, we went over it, and he's like, all right, I will send you a update. And you will, you'll have. I'm just trying to figure out what the.
This is the embroidery company or whatever?
Yeah. So it was $60 For our jerseys last year, it was $60 per kid.
Is that a lot?
I just developed our new uniforms that will be $54 per kid, and that's jersey, shorts, and socks. And they're made by like Nike, not some fucking random company.
Is it rush order tees that you went through?
No.
No.
Well, the club did go through Squad Locker,
Yeah.
which they're like, oh, it's a good price, and they give us deals and all this. And I'm like, okay, let me just email these guys real quick, because it's who Seacoast uses. I was like, hey, I want to set up my club. And they're like, yep. And the guy called me. And like this, so this is for anyone out there in sales.
Yeah.
Right? So I reached out as a prospective client. And this guy goes, I said, I'm from York Soccer Club. I sent him nothing. I sent it from my soccer club email account. I said, look, I'm from York Soccer Club. I want to change and come to you guys. Like, my daughter plays on a team that uses your company, and I really like how easy it is. What can we do? And the dude went on to our soccer club website, lifted our logo off of our website, put it on a uniform, and said, how does this look?
He knew exactly what you wanted. Like, so he just took all the guesswork out of it. Like, that's what you want from a sales guy.
Correct.
Yeah.
Like 100 out of 100. And that was like day one. He goes, hey, here's just like a heads up. Like, this is kind of, I was like, I want to go Nike. I like Nike's stuff. My kids already wear it. The fits are great. Like, it's perfect.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay. And he's like, here's your price range options of whichever ones you want to do. And then he's like, let's have a quick call. I was like, dude, no problem. Sat upstairs in my office. He called. We chatted. He's British. Oh, fucking just had me in a puddle. And then I'm like, all right, dude. And so then he's like, all right, I'll get back to you. That was Friday. Monday, MLK Day. This man's still grinding out there. Sends me a whole update with price sheets and what the website will look like, what we can send, what we can buy for, kids on the team, what we can buy, what we can do for merch for fans and parents. And he's like, yeah, just let me know when you want to pull the trigger. And then he's like, and I had mentioned something about like our early development program. And he's like, I also threw together a really cheap option for you guys for that program. And he's like, $30 all in. That's shirt, shorts, and socks. And I was like, dude. So then I have been on the phone now like all day with all different board members of the soccer club. Like, I just need like one person to tell me it's okay, and I'm just going to go with it. And then now, I talked to... And now the club... So I brought it up at Live Soccer Game last night. And all the every parent I talked to there was like, we don't give a shit about $50.
Yeah.
Like, we want those uniforms now. So make it happen. I was like, oh, fuck me. I told this guy, this poor bastard, I'm like, hey, let's just set it up for fall. Like, let's not rush it. We've got way more players in the fall. It will be easier. And he's like, okay. And then now their whole soccer club is being like, no, we want it now.
I'm sure it's just a button push for him, honestly.
Well, it's more because of how many teams they work with.
Oh, got you.
And spring is actually busy for them because so many of the older teams pick back up.
Yeah. So
they're ordering new uniforms. He's like, I got to check with like what our team can actually do for you. I was like, okay. I was like, well, if it works out, it works out. If not...
Yeah. Thankfully, my kids probably won't be athletic, so I'm not going to have to worry about any of this shit.
Oh, yeah. It's been fun. I was telling Leah, I was like, I'm like a soccer club manager. Like, I'm not dealing with any of the parent shit. I don't fucking care. Like, I'm just going to make this club look sweet. And, like, what I wanted as a player. Like,
Yep.
we're going to have dope uniforms. We'll have options. If kids want to buy warm-ups that say York on them, sure, go for it. And you want a soccer bag that's a fucking York Soccer Club fucking backpack? Go for it. Liv was like, oh, can I get one? I was like, no, you already have your fucking Seco stuff. Like, no.
Well, if you can't be good, you might as well look good, right?
Hey, look good, feel good, play good, pay good.
Pay good, live good, die good.
Yeah.
Right. There it is.
I mean,
Not only an outdoors podcast, we're a self-help podcast. Help us help you. Pellet stove?
yeah.
We didn't talk about that last week
What about it?
when your wife almost set that.
Oh, my wife tried to set the house on fire?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it turns out, when I shut down a pellet stove because it's overfeeding and I make that statement that, like, hey, something's going wrong, it's just feeding pellets. There's a bunch of hot coal in there. She shut it down. She's like, well, the stove, like, the temperature sensors and everything shut itself off. Because, like, the Harmons are actually really good with, like, knowing and they're warm still, and they'll just keep a fan going for fucking feels like forever. And she's like, so I just started vacuuming it up, and she claims she saw nothing. I've vacuumed out a stove a time or two in my day, and I've always been able to see the red-hot embers flying into the vacuum.
Yeah, because of the air.
Yeah. And then, so she had previously tried to set this one on fire, but I hadn't gotten around to replacing the flame arrestor yet.
Yeah.
Well, she tested the integrity for round 2 of the whatchamacallit, of the flame arrestor and the HEPA filter on the vacuum, and they definitely both turned out to be slightly flammable. She turned around, noticed that there was smoke filling the living room, and then she just carried it outside and left it. Didn't take it apart to try and, maybe
Put the fire out.
yeah, or just let the fire burn without the, motor and everything on top of it. So,
So the ash vacuum's junk.
got myself a new ash vacuum. It's not junk. It actually turned on, but the filter and filter media are fucked.
Yeah.
So I had to go. I've emailed the company. I haven't heard back from them. So we'll see if they got anything.
There you go.
The other thing that I had put down in my notes. Have you gotten the targeted ads for the hunting leases that you can fucking Airbnb-esque?
No.
So, this is it's obviously not for Maine because hunting leases are illegal in this state or frowned upon or whatever. You're not supposed to do a hunting lease in Maine. But like Midwest, you pay for a hunting lease.
Yep.
Well, there's an app out there now, similar to Airbnb or VRBO, that is for hunting leases. So, if you got a lease for a year, for say $10,000, you can rent that lease out for a week when you're not there, 4 days when you're not there, and someone can go on there and be like if you and I were like, all right, we're going to do a waterfowl trip to Arkansas.
Yeah.
We could use this app, look up around Stuttgart, and say, oh, look, there's this lease. It's fucking $100 a day.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It is and it isn't. I don't know how I would feel about that as a landowner.
Yeah.
And I doubt that any landowner, especially like a farmer that's like, yeah, you can hunt here and pay me $5,000 a year. And then he all of a sudden sees other trucks in his fucking farm. Like, how's that going to go over?
You'd think there'd be some sort of contractual agreement on on these leases
You would think.
to make them legit.
But I thought that was a great use of technology to...
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what's all included in the leases, but it's fucking hit my fucking phone on Instagram like
It
a
probably
ton of
will
times.
now. I've never seen it, but
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I mean, I remember when Cabela's used to have like their trophy properties.
I do. I love that.
Yeah. I have $75 in Cabela's gift cards. And there's like really nothing at Cabela's I want anymore.
The only thing I've bought at Cabela's lately is fishing shirts.
Yeah. I think that's... I may end up doing that, or I may end up buying a better pair of cheap sunglasses. Like a pair of natives.
They
or something like that.
are now a Sunglass Hut dealer.
Yeah. So.
Their sunglasses there are...
Yeah.
The whole setup is pretty good.
So, I may end up getting something.
And actually what my old man found out, because he broke a pair of his. So if you buy them through there, you can, if you break a pair of like Costa's, you just go there.
Really?
And they replace them for you right then.
If you buy them from there?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So it takes all the bullshit out of it. It might be like an extra like whatever, $15-20 when you buy them. But I'm like, that's fucking cheap insurance.
Yeah.
If you break it and you can just fucking drive to Scarborough and get the same fucking pair,
Yeah.
that's fucking a no-brainer for me.
Right. And not have to deal with shipping them and fucking all that shit.
Somebody was, I won't say his name, but someone was talking to me about like the company that owns Costa now. And they're the same people that own Oakley and like a bunch of other companies. And he's like, I refuse to do business with that company. And I'm like, good for you, dude. I don't have that kind of time to really research the like, unless that company is coming out and being like, I'm a big fan of North Korea.
Yeah. Yeah.
I honestly don't really give a shit.
Yep. Fair enough.
And honestly, no one makes a better sunglass to me than Costa.
Really
No one can touch it. I'm sorry.
Well, I gotta get to Gary's. That's about all I got for tonight.
Oh, I fucked up
Oh.
last weekend. So Thursday, I decided I was gonna work from home on Friday. I didn't pre-pack myself any nicotines when I left the work, so I left like 4 full rolls at work.
Bitch.
I had to go be a commoner and buy nicotine, and I bought some Zimbabwe's at Gary's.
Yeah.
I almost fucking told him to put them back, and I'm just gonna go back to chewing.
Yeah.
I had no idea what the cost of Zins are.
It's the same price, essentially.
They're $8.50
Yeah.
a tin. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like, now I order all of mine online through NicoKick. Shout out NicoKick.com. As long as you're not in the state of Maine or you have friends that live in the state of New Hampshire in which you can ship them to, allegedly. I spent $130.
Oh, shit.
I got fucking 40 logs coming. Or no. How many? No.
Wish they did that with dip.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. I've got 40 tins coming for $100. They're like $3 each
Yeah.
versus $8.50. I was like, what the? How the fuck are you?
That's wild.
Yeah.
Know what I noticed at Gary's one of the last times I was there? They have now? They have single 24-ounce non-alcoholic beers. For us former degenerates.
just pick up a nice fucking 2-pounder.
I saw a guy walking out with one last night, or the other last week when I was there. I was like, I was like, that's an Athletic Brewing 24-ounce. Beer companies are like, fuck, we're losing sales to the former drunks.
Yeah.
we got to start selling some 24-ounce cans so they can just buy one after work.
Bring back the 24s.
Oh, shit.
Other things, big news. I don't know. Well, you're not a T-Mobile customer, are you?
No.
T-Mobile has partnered with Starlink.
Really?
And they are going to be offering mobile messaging via Starlink. So similar to Garmin InReach.
Yeah.
Same exact idea.
No shit.
But if you're a T-Mobile customer, and once they're in beta testing now, which I've signed up to try and get into, because I'm like, I spend enough time up in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be dope to be able to at least send a text message like,
I'm alive.
I'm not dead.
That's cool.
So, pretty cool technology coming our way. Hopefully soon. I assume Verizon is trying to work with someone to do the same thing.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But it was cool to see T-Mobile and Starlink coming together like that. And they're like, because like I have satellite messaging on my phone.
Yeah.
It's available, but I've never gotten it to work.
I've looked at those InReach things. Those are I don't really need one.
So the only time I've thought about having one is like up in Rangeley.
Yeah.
Because there's so many places up there where you just get out of cell phone service. Going up around Moosehead, same shit. Bird hunting.
Yeah, that's where I've thought about having it.
You know, at least just be able to send a message like, broke down, send help.
Yeah.
Here's my GPS. Something like that. But yeah, keep her nice and short. Nice right on, almost hitting the screws on an hour right now. So
Perfect.
that's all I got to talk about.
Good. Me too. We'll be back next week with another riveting episode.
Fuck yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Get Huey's prep work into fucking tying class.
Yep. And now maybe you'll see me post. What I'm going to do is make the video and just send it to you. Because I don't know how to post to YouTube.
Okay, that's fine. We do that too.
Mainly stupid tying videos. This is going to be fucking great.
Yeah, we can start our own little fucking channel on the side. Not channel, but like a group of videos.
Yeah, like a playlist.
Yeah.
X-rated tying videos.
Tism tires.
Dude, real quick. The other night when I saw the picture of that chicken on Instagram, the first thing that I was like, look at those fucking neck feathers.
Look at them feathers.
I was like, I'm not like, why is there a fucking chicken? Like, what's the chicken doing?
Yeah, why is there a chicken here? Oh, it's fucking snowing. Go back inside. Stupid little fuck.
Well, I didn't take a picture of the chicken. I
know.
saw it on Instagram. But all right, folks. Love you.